Good morning, guys, and welcome back. So we're just getting ready to let the girls outside. They've already been milked and everything. We're just letting them clean up a little bit of the second crop hay we gave them this morning. Most of them are almost done, but we still have a couple that have pretty big piles in front of them, so we're just gonna let them clean that up a little bit more before they go outside for the day. It's very gloomy out. You guys probably can't tell because it always looks bright on the camera until you actually get pretty close to the window. But it's a very overcast, very fall looking day. It's not terribly cold. It's like 62 right now, so actually probably pretty warm for this time of year. But I wanted to get a cow introduction done before we let them out. So since I introduced Addie yesterday and I said that her mother was here as well, I figured might as well introduce her mother this morning. So this right here is Ellie. For short, her full name is Elvira, and yes, like the song. She is 11 years old. She's a brown Swiss. A little bit of Holstein. She's 3/4 brown Swiss, quarter Holstein. She actually was raised at my family's farm. She was born here. Funny thing about her, she was actually the smallest calf probably ever seen actually survive. She was teeny tiny, and now she's the biggest cow in the barn. So she weighs 1,700 pounds. She's extremely tall. I'll show you guys how tall she is. Yes, something about her is she loves to throw her hay. That's what I was going to tell you guys, but she just demonstrated that. I don't know why she does it, but she does it every day. Just because she's frustrating. So I don't know if you guys can really tell, but this is how tall she is. At the shoulder, she is just a hair shorter than me, just very little bit. She is a massive cow. I mean, just look at the size of her leg. I don't know if you can truly appreciate, like, look at my hand next to her leg. Her leg is huge. And this is a normal sized Holstein standing next to her. She's probably a good 6 to 8 inches taller than her. She's a giant. So that is our big lady, and like I said, her favorite thing to do is to chuck hay over her back. There she goes again. Why do you have to do that? You just like to make my life hard. You do, don't you? I used to think she did it because of like flies and stuff. I don't know, like she was trying to get the flies off her back. But we just put fly powder on them like 4 days ago, and she also will do it in the dead of winter. She just likes to throw it over her back, I guess, and sometimes she even throws it up on the pipeline. It's annoying, but sometimes it's kind of funny because she was actually standing next to one of our other large cows one day, and she was throwing it on top of the pipeline, and the other cow was eating it off the pipeline, so that was kind of funny. But yeah, she's pretty frustrating sometimes. Anyway, another thing I wanted to show you guys was we did get, obviously, since we fed them a bale, got the bale and roller fixed the other day, got that tire all on there. There's always a little bit of extra hay, so it's always on the bale and roller, but there is the new one. It's been working well. So like usual, we have a lot of things to do today, and also something pretty exciting that I want to share with you guys. So let's get the girls out and get into the rest of our day. All right, so we finally got the girls outside. They're over here grazing right now. First thing that we're gonna do today is we got to head up and pick up a couple loads of the last of our dry bales. No more, is that an acorn? The tree is losing its acorns. Dry haying weather has finally left. Yesterday was our last day of 80-degree weather. Today is only supposed to be like a high of 68, I believe, and the rest of the days are supposed to be in the 60s as well. So no more dry hay, which is fine by me because honestly it's much easier to wrap hay anyway. So we've got probably about 3 or 4 more fields left to do, but they're all gonna have to be wrapped. But we have 50 down right now that we have to pick up. And I think we can still fit about 20 in the metal building, and then the rest are gonna have to get rolled upstairs in the barn. There's a car coming, so we might as well wait. Which means Brenna's gonna beat us. Dang. This is the stuff we're going to be putting upstairs probably. That stuff is really, really dry. of got to go down this bank here to get in there. Yeehaw. Thank you. Terrifying. I was so scared I was going to tip it over, but you just get used to it. Like anything, if you do it enough, eventually it just really doesn't bother you and you get used to knowing what to do, so you don't even really think about it. And when you come out, the body, they have to turn because you have to get in the road before you're all the way up. And so the truck just goes like this with a whole load on it, and it's kind of terrifying. But Brent always sits at the top of the hill just to make sure that there's no traffic coming, just to make it a little bit safer. Also, some of you guys ask why we don't strap these bales down. Honestly, unless you're driving like a lunatic, you are not going to lose these. I've only ever lost bales off these like twice. Once in a field and once when I was driving to the road and I accidentally got my tires in the ditch and flung off the entire load. That was quite an experience, but those are the only two times I've ever lost bales. We never go it seems really, really fast. But anyway, we never go any faster than like 20 miles an hour when we're hauling bales. Just so you know, if something were to happen, you can stop quick enough without having any bales fall off or anything. So. Alright, we are completely loaded. We got 4 on the top on this side and 4 on the top on that side. Now we just gotta wait for Brent to get one. He grabs one and takes it back with him. But like I said, the reason I gotta wait for him is because he's got to go out in the road and make sure that nothing's coming. Look how much the leaves have changed. Isn't that insane? I don't know if you guys can tell. So we can actually use it now. Here we go. So we'll park right here. So the other day I noticed that Brent filled in the spot where the International was supposed to be. He didn't mean to do it, he just got carried away, I guess, with putting bales away. So, but we both kind of forgot that we still need the International, obviously, because we got to spread manure this fall. I don't know what we were thinking. We were going to put it away anyway. But we need it, so we're just going to feed from that spot, feed the second crop once a day from that spot that we're going to put it in. We can't spread past December 1st. It's illegal unless you have, I don't know, they call it like a variance or something. If your pit overflows, basically, you can get a pass to spread all winter long, which I think is kind of cheating, because the reason that they don't want you to spread is because they don't want you to spread on the snow, and they don't want that runoff to run to a lake or something, and there's lakes and rivers everywhere in Maine. So, I don't know, I think it's kind of strange that they let you do it if your pit's gonna overflow. I mean, it just seems kind of strange. Like, what's the point of making anybody not spread if you're just gonna let people do it? Like, yeah.
You move that gas can probably up, yeah?
Yep. so we're back up in the field waiting for Brent. He's just loading the last 6 into the metal building that I dumped off. We've got 5 left in this field to pick up, and then we'll head over to the 3rd crop field over there and we'll pick up those ones. But first, we're gonna try and figure out where that beeping is coming from, because as usual, once I started the truck again after I shut it off, it's beeping again. So it's coming from behind this, I would say. It's what it sounds like. It sounds like it's coming from behind this. So get my head up there. Let's see. Oh, wait. Guys, I see it. Oh man, it's so close. I see it, guys. Hold on. There it is. Right there. It looks just like this big one. If I could just get that off, that's gotta be where the beeping's coming from. I don't know if I can fit my hand up through there. I got one. Come on. Please. I would think there's gotta be an easier way to get to it than that. Ooh, I'm lightheaded. Field has always made me nervous because it's right on a hill. Probably gonna have to put the camera down for this one. I gotta pay really close attention. We got 4 bales we got to put upstairs in the barn, which I wanted to show you guys, but I wanted to show you first, I found where the buzzing noise is coming from. So there's no wires that you can snip on it and it doesn't pop off.
Up there.
What?
There'll be 25 up there. There's 21 up in there.
Yeah, we have 25 bales that are gonna go upstairs. It's gonna be exhausting, but anyway. Can I turn it on?
Turn what on?
So you can hear the buzzing?
Yeah.
Listen. So, I'm hoping if I find some duct tape to cover it with, because I can't get it off any other way, maybe we won't be able to hear it anymore.
That's all right.
What's that? Found it. Let's see if that does anything. There.
That's better. Put one more over.
You can still hear it, but it's just a little. those bales upstairs. Gotta put my real shoes on first. There we go. Some of you guys probably have never seen the upstairs. I have showed it once, but that was quite a long time ago. So this is what the upstairs of this barn looks like. So there's this little room that's sectioned off from the rest of the barn that used to be a sawdust bin. They blew sawdust up here, so it's not very big. It's just this little area. The doors to outside, which is scary. So he just grabs a bale like that, and he puts it up here, and it's very close, so he has to be super careful with the grabbers. And then he can push up 7 and just push them until he can't push in anymore. But yeah, this is the upstairs of the barn, if you've never seen it before. I think it is just so cool. Brent's father and his uncle built this barn themselves. And somehow, I don't even know how, they pieced together boards until they, you know, like angled them as they went and made this, like, it looks like the underside of a boat to me, you know, like the hull of a boat. It looks like that, like flipped on its top. Just so cool up here. This is the old grain bin. Holds 7 ton or 7.5 ton of grain. It's empty right now. Obviously we don't feed grain anymore, so. All right, so what we're gonna do is once he pushes them up here, I'm gonna roll them back into that corner. We're gonna start in this corner over here, so I'll just roll them as close to the wall as I can. So I usually just grab a hold of it on the edges and then roll it. It's kind of hard to do because the floors are slippery, but there we go. 4 of them up here. One time we fit, oh geez, I don't even remember. How many did we put up here once? 150?
Yeah.
Yeah. But we had extra help. My mother was helping me and Brent was pushing up there. We tried putting a 4-wheeler up here and pushing them, but the 4-wheeler got too hot, so we had to take it back down. And plus it wasn't really working anyway, so. So we can use the International again. Got that button on there, right?
Yeah.
And you got it hooked up to the 1000 PTO now, just moved it from there to there, and now you can use it. And that plug works great that you put in there. Not a thing leaks past that. So we tried it yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it works just fine. So yay, we can mow with the International again.
We'll get it fixed sometime, but there's no hurry.
Yeah. He hasn't even called you back yet, has he?
No, I called him yesterday.
The mechanic?
I told him I got the pin fixed, and I said, we're going to be using tractor, so don't come over.
Yeah, because we're going to be using it. Ah, I can't wait to mow with it again. Am I going to mow with it tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Yes. But that's it for today.
We're done dry hand. We're going to wrap from now on.
Yep.
We don't have a...
4
more to wrap, probably.
4 fields, I think.
Probably 75 bales, maybe.
Yeah, maybe 80 or 90.
That looks good, all full of metal building.
Oh, that's what I wanted to say.
Hay sample taken today for
Yep.
the forage contest, but
We're entering a forage contest.
$500 prize for the best
Yep.
day.
One of the bales that we took from the second crop field. You left it out, right?
Yeah.
So she's coming today at 2 o'clock. She's gonna take a core sample of that, right?
Yeah.
And then they're gonna test it, and sometime in November, they're having a meeting.
Yeah.
And you gotta show up and
We'll have to show up and claim
Then
our
they-
prize.
then they, yeah, tell who the winner is.
Like 450 bales down there.
Yep.
I think that building holds 450 at the most.
If you really pack them good. Exciting.
Time to start
Lunchtime.
hauling feed bag.
So it is nighttime milking. Brent just went out to round up the girls. They're out on pasture, pretty much every one of them. There's a few stragglers still in here, but a lot of them were out there enjoying this nice cool afternoon. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. They did come take the hay sample today, and I guess we'll know the results in 2 or 3 weeks. I can't remember exactly what he said. It was actually a guy. I wasn't here. Brent said he took a sample and it only took a few minutes and then he left. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please don't forget to like and comment down below and subscribe, of course, if you haven't already done that. The girls are just getting up here and being mean as usual. Keep it real, guys. Keep farming, and hope you join us in the next video.